for Justice.
Well, Mr. Speaker, thank you very much. And it's mixed emotions that bring my three guests here today, emotions of sadness and of hope. Seated on the floor of the Assembly today are Sharon Wahl, her daughter Laura Hunter, and son Mike Wahl. Mr. Speaker, the sadness is because Sharon lost her husband, Laura and Mike's father John, just over a year ago, after an 11-month fight with pancreatic cancer. And sadly, this story is far too common. Today, and every day, 12 Canadians will be diagnosed with pancreatic cancer, and the majority will be told they have less than a year to live. 3,900 Canadians will die this year from this disease. It is a silent killer, as it's very hard to diagnose, and many Canadians are unaware that the disease at all. The month of November is Pancreatic Cancer Awareness Month, and purple is their color. All across Canada, there's a campaign to have iconic buildings lit up with purple lights. I first found out about this when I read a September 11th Daily Gleaner article about the Wahl's project. Sharon, Laura, and Mike wanted to do something to honor John's memory. They did not feel they could raise hundreds of thousands of dollars for research, but maybe they could raise awareness. They decided to support Pancreatic Canada's Purple Light campaign by doing their own local campaign of Purple Lights for John. Sharon's son Mike has also done a similar initiative in St. John's, Newfoundland, where he lives. In the article, Sharon said, "We'd love to see the Legislative Assembly or City Hall with a purple light on it for a month in November, a week in November, for a day in November." When I read that, I said, let's see if we can make that happen. For anyone that has been in front of the legislature this week in the evening, you will notice that the front entryway is lit in purple as part of the Purple Lights for John campaign. I brought the idea of lighting to the Legislative Assembly Committee, and I thank each member for agreeing to the trial lighting that we have seen this week. I know it means a tremendous deal to the Wahl family. The support for the Wahl's efforts has been commendable. This week, Sharon received a message from Pancreatic Cancer Canada which read, "The Purple Lights for John campaign has been an amazing success. We sold 149 sets in memory of John and an additional 134 sets in memory of others whose families had heard of the campaign because of your Purple Lights for John initiative. This amounts to about half the lights we have sold to date. Needless to say, the awareness raised by your family's work in both Fredericton and St. John's has contributed greatly to the success of this campaign across the country. Your efforts are very much appreciated." Mr. Speaker, there will be an information session shedding light on pancreatic cancer on November 21 at 7 p.m. at the Chalmers Hospital here in Fredericton. Betty Aldridge, President and Chair of the Board of the National Pancreatic Cancer Canada Foundation, and Dr. Ian MacDonald, the family physician in Fredericton, will be the speakers. Mr. Speaker, I'd ask that all members of the Assembly join me in welcoming Sharon, Laura, and Mike here today. Their courage in the face of tragedy is certainly remarkable. The awareness that they are raising is so very important as they are bringing a voice to pancreatic cancer. A voice that has been missing as there's just no people left to express the voice, "I survived this." I said there was two emotions that brought my guests here today, the second being hope. It is the hope that their work in John's memory will help even just one family avoid the loss that they've experienced. So I'd ask all members of the Assembly today to join me in welcoming my guests, and hopefully each of us can take a lesson away and do our own part to also raise awareness of pancreatic cancer during this month of November and during the entire year. Thank you, Mr. Speaker.
Congratulatory message.